Welcome to Global Byte. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. In the grand theater of global politics, the stage is being reset. The world's most powerful actors are stepping into new roles, and the script is being rewritten before our eyes. The old certainties that once defined international relations are fading, replaced by a sense of unpredictability and possibility. A seismic shift, years in the making, is now accelerating, challenging the very foundations of the post-Cold War order. The balance of power is no longer static, it is dynamic, evolving with every diplomatic handshake and every new alliance forged. The familiar script, once dominated by a single superpower and its Western allies, is being rewritten by a new and formidable cast of characters. These emerging players are not just participating, they are actively shaping the narrative, demanding a seat at the table and a voice in the decisions that will define the future. This is the story of BRICS, an alliance that has moved from the periphery of international relations to its very center. Once seen as a loose coalition, BRICS now stands as a symbol of ambition and transformation on the world stage. What began as a simple economic acronym has morphed into a geopolitical force, a club of rising powers determined to carve out a new path for themselves and for the world. Their journey from economic cooperation to political influence has been marked by both challenges and triumphs, but their resolve has only grown stronger. The recent expansion of this bloc has sent ripples across every continent, forcing nations to reconsider their allegiances and their futures. As new members join, the alliance's reach and influence continue to grow, reshaping the global landscape in ways few could have predicted just a decade ago. The question is no longer whether the world is changing, but how profoundly and how quickly. Every headline, every summit, every diplomatic breakthrough adds another layer to this unfolding story. As we stand here in early 2026, we are witnessing the birth of a new era. The choices made today will echo for generations, shaping the destiny of nations and the lives of billions across the globe. To truly understand the significance of today's global events, we need to journey back to the dawn of the 21st century, a time of rapid change, optimism, and uncertainty. The world was entering a new millennium, and with it came hopes for a more interconnected and prosperous future. Yet, beneath the celebrations and technological leaps, the seeds of a new global order were quietly being sown. In 2001, the term BRIC was introduced by Goldman Sachs economist Jim O'Neill. He identified Brazil, Russia, India, and China as emerging economies with the potential to reshape the world's financial landscape. At first, BRIC was simply an investment shorthand, a way for investors to track the rise of these dynamic markets. But the idea quickly took on a life of its own, capturing the imagination of policymakers and leaders across continents. What began as a financial acronym soon evolved into a shared identity. These nations, each with their own unique histories and ambitions, recognize that they face similar opportunities and challenges in a world still dominated by Western powers. They saw the value in coming together, not just to boost their own economies, but to amplify their voices on the global stage and push for a more balanced international system. The first official BRICS summit in 2009 was a turning point. For the first time, leaders from these countries met face-to-face, transforming the concept into a political reality. Their message was clear. They wanted a greater say in how the world was run, and they were ready to work together to achieve it. The bloc's early goals were ambitious and far-reaching. They sought to reform global financial governance, challenge the dominance of Western-led institutions like the IMF and World Bank, and create new frameworks that reflected the interests of emerging economies. This vision led to the creation of the Contingent Reserve Arrangement and the New Development Bank, institutions designed to provide development financing and financial stability, free from the conditions often imposed by Western lenders. These moves signaled a bold step toward economic independence and cooperation. The establishment of these institutions was more than symbolic. It provided real alternatives for countries seeking investment and support, and it demonstrated that the BRIC nations were serious about shaping the future of global finance on their own terms. In 2010, South Africa joined the group, turning BRIC into BRICS and bringing an African perspective to the alliance. This expansion not only increased the bloc's geographic reach, but also its legitimacy as a truly global coalition. Over the next decade, the five-member BRICS bloc consolidated its position. They held annual summits, coordinated on key global issues, and steadily built a reputation as a counterweight to established Western alliances. Their cooperation spanned economics, politics, and even cultural exchanges, laying the groundwork for deeper collaboration. This strong foundation, built over years of dialogue and joint action, set the stage for the dramatic expansion that would soon redefine the alliance and the global order itself. Between 2024 and 2025, BRICS underwent a dramatic transformation. What began as a club of 5 emerging economies, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, rapidly evolved into a much larger and more influential coalition. In just a year, the group expanded to include 5 new members, doubling its size and reshaping its global profile. The 16th BRICS summit in Kazan marked a turning point, as Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and the UAE officially joined. Each of these nations brought unique strengths, whether in population, natural resources, or regional influence, making the bloc more diverse and powerful. Indonesia's entry soon after further cemented BRICS' reach into Southeast Asia, giving the group a truly global footprint that now spans 4 continents. With these additions, the expanded BRICS bloc now represents about 45% of the world's population and over 35% of global GDP. This makes it one of the most significant economic alliances on the planet, rivaling even the G7 in scale and ambition. Collectively, BRICS members now control around 30% of global oil production, giving the group immense leverage over global energy markets and the ability to influence prices and supply chains. For the new members, joining BRICS means more than just prestige. It offers strategic autonomy, a platform to shape global rules, and access to development financing without the political strings often attached by Western institutions. For the original 5, expansion amplifies their collective voice, strengthens their negotiating power, and provides new momentum in their challenge to the dominance of the US dollar and Western-led financial systems. The return of Donald Trump to the US presidency, along with his confrontational foreign policy, accelerated this trend. His administration's tough stance on trade and international alliances pushed more countries to seek alternatives, making BRICS an attractive option. Russia, facing heavy Western sanctions and diplomatic isolation, became a driving force behind the expansion. By bringing in new members, Moscow aimed to build a stronger counterweight to American and European influence on the world stage. The transformation of BRICS is more than just a change in membership. It's a direct response to shifting global power dynamics, signaling a new era in international relations where emerging economies are demanding a greater say in shaping the future. Turkey's story is perhaps the most compelling in this new geopolitical landscape. A NATO member and longtime EU candidate, Turkey is now seriously considering BRICS membership as an alternative to its stalled EU journey. Frustration with the EU's endless delays and lack of genuine intent has pushed Ankara to look eastward. BRICS offers Turkey economic diversification, political autonomy, and a prestigious seat at a major non-Western table. Yet, as a NATO member, joining BRICS would create a profound contradiction and strain relations with Western allies. Turkey has not received a formal invitation, but its interest signals a potential realignment of Eurasian geopolitics. The world is watching to see if Ankara will make the leap. While Turkey's ambitions make headlines, Sweden has taken a quieter step toward the BRICS sphere. In March 2025, Swedish media portal News Voice joined the TV BRICS International Media Network. This isn't a government move, but it reflects a growing curiosity in the West about BRICS and the multipolar world. The partnership aims to broaden perspectives and challenge the Western media narrative. TV BRICS now reaches over 80 nations, promoting the bloc's agenda and offering a counter-narrative to Western coverage. Sweden's involvement, though symbolic, shows BRICS' growing soft power and the West's openness to new viewpoints. The world's informational landscape is becoming as multipolar as its political one. Washington and Brussels have responded to BRICS' rise with a mix of public dismissal and private alarm. Officially, Western leaders downplay the bloc's coherence, citing its internal differences. Privately, the expansion is seen as a direct challenge to the US-led order, especially with Turkey's interest. The West is using incentives and warnings to keep Ankara in its orbit. BRICS' push for local currencies and alternatives to SWIFT threatens the supremacy of the US dollar. Even a partial shift away from the dollar could erode American global power. Some Western analysts still predict BRICS' collapse, but more now see it as a permanent feature of the new global landscape. The challenge for the West is to adapt, not resist. this new reality. BRICS' rise is fundamentally economic, challenging the dominance of the US dollar. The bloc is gradually reducing reliance on the dollar by settling trade in local currencies and building financial infrastructure for a post-dollar world. Russia now sells oil to India and China in rubles, rupees, and yuan. The new development bank issues loans in member currencies, furthering de-dollarization. Western sanctions, especially against Russia, have accelerated this trend by exposing the risks of the dollar-centric system. BRICS is also redrawing global trade routes, connecting major producers and markets outside Western control. New corridors like the International North-South Transport Corridor are integrating BRICS economies and their neighbors. The bloc is building a powerful self-contained economic ecosystem. We are witnessing the crystallization of a multipolar world order. BRICS stands as the most organized pole in this new system, giving the global south a collective voice. The post-World War II institutions are facing a crisis of legitimacy, seen as outdated and unrepresentative. BRICS seeks to reform or build alternatives to these institutions, as seen with the new development bank. The bloc's diversity is a strength, allowing it to appeal to a wide range of countries. Its members share a desire for a more balanced, equitable system where sovereignty is respected. The multipolar world will be more complex and unpredictable, with shifting alliances and constant negotiation. For the West, this means learning to act as one pole among many, not the center. The era of multipolarity has definitively arrived. We stand at a pivotal moment as the old maps of global power are being redrawn. BRICS' expansion and its pull on nations like Turkey define this new era. The bloc has transformed from an acronym into a coalition reshaping the global landscape. Turkey's journey highlights the dilemmas and opportunities of this age, while Sweden's media partnership shows the West's growing curiosity. The influence of BRICS now reaches into Europe itself. The West must choose between confrontation and adaptation. Its response will shape the future. The world is becoming more diverse, distributed, and dynamic. The story of BRICS is far from over. Keep watching this space.